I've been with Sterling for a little over 4 years now. I fell in love with Oak Ridge. I fell in love with the customers here. I look out my window and I see mountains full of trees. How could you just not like the small town where you walk down the street and you say hi to most everybody you know? I don't think George and Sarah and Gnome in the Woods would understand the term retire. They wanted to make a difference, and boy, they can chalk it up because they have made a big difference in this town. They've got such a great attitude. They're always willing to help anybody.
We moved up here to retire, but I had told Sarah, I want to kind of keep my hand in construction and do little jobs here and there in between.
Main Street program it's a national organization to help you learn how to redevelop the old downtowns. George and some of the board members have spent a lot of time learning about this program, picking up things. How can we do this? So we just started with simple, let's have a little cleanup. Let's pull the weeds, let's wash the windows, things like that.
Surprisingly, it made quite a difference just overnight.
Well, difference what it meant to the town. They're honking horns, giving you the high sign, and saying, wow, and you got an immediate satisfaction. There's the pride is coming back.
Oak Ridge suffered a lot of hard times when the mills closed, but there's a resiliency here, and there's a lot of hope, and there's some bona fide progress.
I think part of that is why we took a look at this building. We knew Oak Ridge was destined to grow, and so we thought, well, we'll grab a little commercial piece of property and see what happens from there. I went to the Main Street conference in Albany, and one of the tours they had was to what they call the Flint Block building. They had a large, beautiful old two-story building, and he had turned it into a mall downstairs with individual facades and shops, and I thought, I could do that with my building. Since then, I've learned about business incubators and how important they are during tough economic times in places like Oak Ridge.
If you're a small business and you're trying to get started, sometimes it's a little hard. How do I get a storefront, my own storefront? Or somebody maybe that wants to tap the Oak Ridge market, but they can't afford to move their whole business here.
An exciting thing we've come up with is the idea of taking one store and letting trades and services that we cannot support here in Oak Ridge,
at least full-time yet, come up and rent the store 1 day a week and cater to the people in Oak Ridge. We have people who are interested in doing that, and the townspeople just love that idea.
Another thing is that we noticed these little holes in the sidewalk and found out that a long time ago on holidays and stuff, they put out the flags and everything. Those were long gone. And George, he is a former Marine, and so he's got pride there.
So George decided, let's uncover all those holes. They're made in American flags, and they fly 40 of them up and down the street on every holiday here.
It looks really nice, and you're coming up through town, and there's 2 or 3 or 4 flags on every block. It's just one of the many things that come together to create a spirit. There's one public transportation that goes from Oak Ridge down into Springfield and Eugene, where a lot of our citizens, including a lot of our older citizens, that's their source to get down there.
Well, the bus stop used to be plastic chairs. That was it. Faded plastic chairs, no covering. So anyway, I volunteered my husband for it.
We had contractors help. We had just regular people from around town. Some of the business people helped. Sterling Savings Bank was the biggest donator to funds to defray the cost that we did have. So it was a great project.
It's not a huge thing, but it's important. It's just another little thing that makes it a little nicer.
I really believe that people should share their knowledges and their abilities, not to get anything back, but just, hey, that's what we're supposed to do in this life.
Before, yes, things were happening. There was people that were proud of their businesses, just as they are now. But when you have that extra spark, that extra can-do attitude, that extra volunteerism, that extra giving, and that extra vision, great. Give me more people like that every day.
When we heard the accolades that were given to us, and it was really, we knew we did it, but we didn't realize we were that highly thought of. We really,
It was humbling.
humbling more than anything.